What a goal from Ricky Pettard. The Tigers leading 2 goals to Carlton, no score. We understand some of your mobile phones, computers haven't been working, but I believe the problem's been rectified. Well done. Obviously, that's everyone else's fault.
Yeah, the technical people have been working overtime to ensure that all the loyal listeners of Sabertooth can actually get hooked in. And, I think half of Telstra were working on the problem, and the problem has been rectified. And here we are, back in the middle.
Oh, look at it. Vickery just coming over the top there to get the tap at Carlton, get it forward, scrambly. Hooley's first to the ball, leading Mitch Robinson. Robinson, the albino, to Morris. Little short chip kick, and then goes and gets it himself. Lovely overlapping handballs in a series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 handballs. Ellis through the middle, now delivers inside 50. Hits Rewald on the head. Great start by Rewald. He kicked the opener, set up the next one for Pettard. Now he's set up a beautiful little pass.
Sideshow Bob.
To big sideshow Bob. Vickery, good to see him back in the side.
It is good to see him back in the side. He was playing last week, but he missed the week before, so...
Didn't see much of him last week, though. He was a little quiet.
He was quiet, but he's hitting his straps at the right end of the season. He's had a quietish season by his lofty standards.
Here he comes from 50, dead in front.
Oh,
beautiful kick right through the middle, and the Tigers have gone 3 goals up. We have a new sponsor on board today, so we welcome to the Sabertooth Radio, Tiger Tats.
Sabertooth Radio. What do Angelina Jolie and Dustin Martin have in common? Their love of Tigers and their love of Tats. And with Richmond's first premiership in 33 years just around the corner, you'll need to get in quick for your commemorative Tiger premiership tat. Whether it's a yellow and black sleeve, an Avan mullet on the neck, or a paw print in an intimate location, we've got you covered. So come in to Tiger Tats on Bridge Road, Richmond, today. Sabertooth Radio.
So here we are back at the MCG. Ball in dispute on the half-back line for the Tigers. In goes Menzel. He's been manhandled by Asprey and Bashar. Bashar pulls it off him. He does not want to get rid of it at all. The umpire is totally fooled by that.
Now, just while we have a stoppage here, Chook, who are some players to look out for from Carlton today?
Well, Mark Murphy has had a shocking season so far, and because of that, we are calling him the Captain Shitino.
Captain Shitino, of course.
Shitino, of course.
Famous for being the captain that put down the Costa Concordia.
Yes.
Lovely cruise ship.
Very appropriate, given the Carlton ship has definitely sunk.
Wade Robinson, the albino, the Migaloo, the albino whale. Robinson's having a go at Dusty Martin. Good on Hooley for getting around there and just pushing one of the 3 blind mice out of the way. Although, is that Yaron? Yaron's just getting into Dusty Martin there. And there's a bit of heat in this game early.
Now, Dusty, we all know that Dusty turned down the latest contract offer from the Tigers, but we all know that he will stick around. It's the premiership window has officially opened starting this year.
In fact, he's booked in for Tiger Tats, I hear.
He was one already. Of the first.
Yeah, so he's ready for his premiership tattoo. And
he's going the Ivan Mullet neck tattoo. He's already got a couple.
Yeah.
He wants to add to those.
Just the back of the neck. A few little locks on the back of the neck. Imagine a tattooed mullet. That's a fantastic idea.
Wouldn't that be something?
So greetings to our friends at Tiger Tufts. Does Carlton go into their forward line? Is that Big Henderson's just taking a grab? Pretty much straight in front. So we've got Robinson as well, the Migaloo, of course, the albino humpback whale.
One of the most famous albino. Oh, here we go. There he is.
Yeah, Robinson and Dusty. A few little jumper punches, nothing too untoward there. I'll tell you what, Robinson, watch out because we'll have Dusty's whole family on you soon, and you don't want that. So Carlton get one back. Mentioned one of the three blind mice earlier. Of course, the usual trio of Eddie Betts, Jeff Garlett, and Chris Yarran. We've got to fill in one of the three blind mice today.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Garlett is out.
Yes,
the Blues.
I believe he's injured.
Who's the stand-in mouse?
Eddie
Mouse.
Eddie Curnow.
Eddie
is
Curnow.
The stand-in blind mice.
So you can see how they run, but the Tigers will chop them off.
They certainly will.
That's the story of the three blind mice.
It's one hell of a story, I tell you. We've forgotten the
And
story.
we're back underway. Bit of a nothing ruck contest. It's tied up in the middle. I just love how Ivan gets amongst it. He really plays off the ground, and great tackle by Foley to win a free kick with Brock McLean. He's just bottom of the barrel McLean. If you get rejected by Melbourne, you're not much. That kick just a little tall for Grimy, and he chases Gibbs back. Gibbs goes backwards towards Garlett. Yarran, one of the blind mice. Who knows? They're all the same. Anyway, Carlton delivering back through the middle. Oh, a big leap from Grigg against his old side. A bit of a grudge
Smash
for him. Handball to Ned Kelly. And then here goes Dusty Martin. Just wins the ball in tough. Awful handball there from Pettard. That's a hangover from his Melbourne days. But Jacko cleans up. Jacko now looking forward. A nice ball out in front for Rewaltz. Rewaltz started well. Great. What an assist! And here goes off the ground. That's a beautiful attempt, but not quite from Grigg. Wouldn't Grigg have loved to have converted in the first quarter against his old side?
Oh, he would have given the bird to the Carlton crowd, I'm sure, if he put that one through. But that was one of the best trades you'll ever see. Andy Collins going to the Blues.
So
it's hardly been seen all season. I don't think he's played a game, and Grigg has just gone from strength to strength.
So Walker brought it back in, went through Murphy and then to Robinson, and in customary fashion, he just trickles out of bounds. What a thump by Jack. That was a brilliant passage of play. Grigg just didn't quite think that one through, and unfortunately, the Carlton defence got back and pushed it across the line. So we're back in play. Morris, beautiful. McDonough getting involved early. What do you know about McDonough? Tell us about McDonough. Introduce us to this Tiger debutant.
Well, Mr. Matt McDonough, he was picked up about pick 36 in the draft last year, and they said he was made for football. He's a short player, but he has that footy nous, and that's what we love about Matty McDonough.
What a nous. So Casbolt back to Scotland. Scotland now inside 50. Nice little crumb from the Carlton player, Menzel, and he kicks the goal and brings Carlton back to 12 to Richmond, 3-1 and 19.
Sabertooth Radio.
There are times when I stroke my hair and think how short at the front but long at the back. You're so sexy, baby.
Hey, Tiges. If you want a great mullet cut like Yvonne, come and see me, Kylie, at Tiger Tufts on Swan Street. The players get a little extra special treatment, and I'm delighted to offer the same to all you Tiger members out there. Just ask for the Yvonne from Kylie.
Baby.
Thank you to Kylie, our much-loved sponsor who's been with us all year and currently, just like Dusty Martin, in negotiations for next year as a platinum sponsor of Sabertooth Radio. If you'd like to challenge Kylie for that position, please contact our sales team. How do you get in touch with them, Chuck?
The sales team, just jump on the website. You might find some difficulty getting on that website because it is running hot.
I'll tell you what, we've got a reasonable service behind us, but just due to the volume of traffic coming through that site, it has struggled lately. But jump on to sabertoothradio.com. That's SABRE. For you Collingwood fans out there who don't know how to spell Sabertooth, it's RE, not ER. So the Tigers scrapping, keeping the ball in the forward 50, but somehow the umpires picked out a free kick for Murphy against Dusty.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, Murphy goes out wide, finds Ned Kelly Simpson, who takes a strong grab out in front of our mate Ellis. Little chip kick on the line.
That is out on the full. If you are absolutely kidding me.
The boundary umpire was
absolutely kidding me.
He was in perfect position. He's kicked it into row 30, and somehow they've got away with it.
Oh, my word. That is
And a ball!
That's all it deserves.
All right, turn it over. So Dusty with a smart little kick around the body. It's Tigers flooding forward now. Here's Pettard, lines up.
Oh, God.
And puts it across the face. And little blind mouse Eddie Betts goes to tell him about it.
Get a
Just
kick, son.
Having a little laugh there.
Get a kick.
Wasn't that good to see the Tigers streaming forward after winning back the ball from the umpire who just stole it from us? That's an awful... If that trickles over, that'll be out in the full. Anyway, some Carlton bloke, some other Carlton bloke, and they're just very scrappy at the moment. Another Carlton bloke. Somehow they managed to keep the ball.
Wait.
Now,
we know that one.
the feather.
Don't know. We've done the featherweight.
Jared Featherweight is really one of the most disappointing players in history. Close second behind Justin Kaczynski, of course. And Featherweight carries over the boundary line again for another boundary throw-in.
Seen that Kingsley.
Yes. Kent Kingsley. Yes. That was some career.
One hell of a career.
Mm.
So here we are, about 50 metres out from the Carlton goal. The Tigers have a slender 8-point lead. 10 minutes left in the first quarter. The floss. We love the floss at Sabretooth Radio. Hand passes it out. Foley, under pressure, gets thrown over the line by Ned.
Dumps.
And Foley looking at the umpire in disbelief, wondering how he got completely...
Constable.
Yeah.
Please. All right, another boundary throw in. Varman's another one, but down to one of the blind mice in Eddie Betts. He snaps it around the corner blindly and puts it out on the full in the right back pocket for Richmond. It'll be our man, Stevie Morris, to bring it back in. He's looking good, isn't he?
He is looking good. He's in the best form of his career, Stevie Morris.
Mm.
And I think a lot of the Tigers players are hitting the best form of their career right now. And
it's a tipping point.
that is why there are murmurs around Melbourne and around Australia that the Tigers could be the smoky for the premiership.
Around the world.
Around the world.
Well,
we won't stop at Australia.
Well, you say smoky, I'd call them a lock at this stage.
Bound for glory.
Bound for glory. That would be great. And just locking it in. They can play tight, they can play loose. Here goes Ivan up in the ruck again, wins it down. Ellis was wrapped up by Heath Scotland in a tackle. Umpire didn't blow the whistle. Well, we blew it a little early because Trent can't touch this. Cotchman was away. He throws it up again. This time Carlton take it away. String of handballs, messily, but they work it out eventually. And here's Walker. He has a shot and puts it way across the face and out. It pits just inside the line, and it'll be a boundary throw in Carlton right forward pocket.
So the throw in there. Oh, straight to it is number 41.
That's
Who is that? Was
Casbolt.
that Casbolt. He had a free run there, and he really should have done more than he actually did. He never looked like he was going to kick that one through, but the Tigers players were left napping, and lucky to get away with that one. The Blues go to 2 goals 1, Tigers 3 goals 2. It's Deledio pumps it out, 60-metre bomb. McGuan, I thought they should have paid that one, but there's Matty White, cleans up, takes it, kicks it forward. Who's there on centre wing? There's Ellis. Ellis 2-on-2. 21, who's that? There's Scotland. Walker comes in to help out. In goes Pettard. He's been busy. Floss Stone. Hand passes it out. Ellis has all the time in the world. Size it up, son, from 50.
Bang!
And puts it through. That is Champagne football. The 3 first-round draft picks conqueror. Flossstone and Ellis teaming up there for a badly netted goal, given we are all after the percentage this afternoon. We are not just after a win, we are after the big percentage to reach that top 4.
Sabretooth Radio.
I love watching my Tigers, but sometimes the excitement gets a little too much.
Football-related incontinence isn't as unusual as it might seem. In fact, 4 in 5 Richmond supporters who have witnessed a Tigers premiership suffer bladder leakage during weekly matches.
that's where Poise panty liners come in. And this week, you can get a special edition yellow and black themed pad. Simply quote your Richmond membership number at the pharmacy. If only the Tigers had Poise in front of goal.
Fuck! What are they going to do to it?
Back at the MCG, Richmond are being mauled.
These boundary umpires don't have a clue.
No,
both ways.
No idea. Meanwhile, the boundary umpire throws it in. At least he can do something and throw it. Murphy clears the ball as far as Pettard. Pettard runs away on the left boot, swings it back to the hot spot, top of the square. Nice play. Jack's taken high. Foley robes it, and finally the umpire can open his eyes thanks to OPSM, and Jack will have a shot directly in front, about 20 metres out, to put the Tigers 3 goals up.
Yes, well, that was definitely there. The umpires have not seen it all season. He's been completely manhandled. He's got his neck. Looks like he's trying to break his neck there up in the...
He had the guillotine out pretty much then for him. He goes Jack and he puts it straight through the middle. Wow, Tigers looking really sharp. They are on today. We are only 12 minutes of played time into this quarter, and we're already 32.
Well, I'm surprised Jack didn't pass it off there, because during the week he came out and said he's won 2 Coleman medals already, and he would love it if young Jeremy Cameron of the Giants won the Coleman. He's in the hunt. And, you know, when he's just playing so well like this, that's his second goal already.
He can't help. And you know what? He's kicked 2, but he's set up 2 as well.
That's right.
4 score involvements. Currently on 56 for the year. Just 4 behind Roughhead and Kennedy. Of course, Roughhead just kicking the solitary goal last night. So Jack's got his 3rd Coleman in his sights.
It'd be a fairy tale if he got that 3rd in the premiership year. Maybe a Coleman and a Norm Smith.
Oh, and the Brownlow for Cochin. It's looking like the triple for Richmond this year. It is raining yellow and black.
Now, the replica Premiership Cups. Tell us about that, Sabretooth. They are in production at the moment.
That's right.
We are final certainties. And, they're in hot demand at the moment.
That's right. As Dusty just gives a little don't argue, but Scotland gets it forward for it, and Rance just cleans up and he'll clear it for the Tigers
Mr.
beautifully.
Dependable.
The replica, here's a blind mouse. Yaron just off to Betts, another blind mouse. We've seen 2 of them in a row. Where's the 3rd? There it is! It's the 3 blind mice connecting for Carlton, but they haven't done much with it. They just put it across the face, and Chappie will clean up.
Chappie,
a little handball through Asprey, and now it's Avan doing battle out in the wing, and he just clears it. We saw a little don't argue from Dusty. What you can't argue with is the replica Premiership Cups that are already in production for the Tigers 2013. 33-year drought-breaking premiership this year as Grigg, beautiful long handball, puts it out in front of the floss, and he's got a paddock to run in.
Steady,
from
son.
35, the Flosstone. What a beautiful goal.
Wow, and what a future this Tiger side has, not just in the next 6 weeks, but in the next 16 years.
I'll tell you what, we don't need to sell these bloody premiership replica cups for 2013. They will sell themselves with football like that. Just jump on to sabretoothradio.com and you can find your way through to the order form for the replica Premiership Cups.
And you get the links through to the Tiger Tats Premiership Tattoo.
Yes.
You can get a special discount through the Sabretooth website.
In fact, there's a special triple bundle happening. So and this is almost a sure thing, if we do win the Premiership Coleman medal through Jack and Brownlow through Cochin triple, Tiger fans will get 50% off the triple bundle. Yes. So what does that involve, I hear you asking, everyone out there and in here? You will get the replica Premiership Cup. You will get your choice of Tiger tat. And, of course, you'll get a special Tiger Tufts cut and a Van mullet.
Yeah, Kylie has extended her hours. She will be working 7 days a week following the grand final.
It'll be non-stop down there at Tiger Tufts.
Yes, as the Blues put one through via Lockie Henderson. It wasn't worth commentating. It was a boring goal, not as exciting as what we've seen up the other ends. But the Tigers have a 19-point lead as we enter the closing stages of the first quarter.
So looking ahead, I mean, we're looking, of course, to September. And in particular, one day, which excites me, being the 28th.
Yeah.
Now, come 8 p.m. on the 28th of September, for our Sabertooth radio listeners out there, where do you think they can find you, Chook, if they want to have a celebratory beer that night, 28th of September?
I'll be at Punt Road singing the song. I probably would have lost my voice by that stage.
Yeah, you've probably just come back from the Royal, probably just been kicked out of the Royal.
Royal been kicked out from the Royal and down at Punt Roads, celebrating with the boys. And, where else would you want to be? If you're not at the Royal, you can't... Oh, jeez.
God's country, the Royal.
As Casbolt takes the ball, he's got to get a bloody haircut, Casbolt. He looks horrendous.
And how long do you think this party will go for? I mean, I just want to lock it away in the diary for myself and our listeners. So from the siren going at 25 past 5 on Saturday, the 28th of September, through to where should I block the diary out?
Well, it'd have to be a week. You'd have to lock in a week-long party. The 5th of October, I think that's looking pretty good. I wouldn't be going to work. I think I'll be up and down King Street in the city. Might move on from King Street.
Just stay there. The Spearmint Tiger, I think, is the place to be around that time of year. Or the Tiger Gallery, one or the other.
You're guaranteed to see a lot of Tiger supporters down there at the Spearmint Tiger.
I believe Kittens is going to change their logo, so it's a big cat with big teeth. Nice smart little tap from Ellis. Through to Cutchin. Little one from Ellis, and he snaps a beautiful goal.
I tell you, these young blokes, you've got Conker, you've got Flostone, you've got Ellis, and they... If you're an opposition side, you're going to man up on your Cotchins, you're going to man up on your Deletios, but your Martins, like who else? Then you've got players of this calibre, of absolutes. Look at that!
1-2 with
Never
the tap
looked in doubt.
The tap from Rewald, run on a handball received from Ellis.
Yeah, it doesn't come up on the stat sheet a tap like that, but my God, it's worth a goal.
Do you know what does come up on the stat sheet? Untackleable Trent Cotchin. Yeah. I want to see a stat for tackles broken.
Absolutely.
Because, I don't know, you see Gary Ablett Jr. do it a lot, and the only player that does it more is Trent Cotchin.
Yeah.
So Carlton going forward again. The featherweight has taken a mark on the boundary line about 25 from goal. He likes his pocket, the featherweight.
Yeah, the featherweight does. He's a very hot and cold footballer, is the featherweight.
Confidence player.
He's a confidence player, and when he's on, Carlton's on, he's a real barometer, as is Judd, who isn't playing today, but let's see whether he's on or off. He's definitely off right now.
Oh, awful kick.
An absolute helicopter that goes behind the stick.
I like the matchup for Rance. He's athletic.
Oh, isn't he?
He fights.
Isn't
He's
he?
the kind of person that could really strip the confidence of a forward like Wade. Beautiful.
Absolutely, yes. Umpire, thank you very much. McGuan gets manhandled, and he's got the ball on centre wing. Looking up forward, there's nothing on offer. Goes crossfield. Asprey on the 50-metre line, goes for a bit of a jog. He's going for a jog. There's no one presenting themselves up on the other wing. They love going to the fat side That's a favourite move from the Tigers as he finds Rance on the other wing. You don't want the ball in Rance or Asprey's hands too often. You don't want to rely on them for that pinpoint kick up the wing. But on this occasion, he goes to the 50-50. There's no such thing as a 50-50 for the Tigers. It's normally, if it's, here we go. The bloody albino goes the torpedo.
Muggaloo.
Muggaloo. We all know what Muggaloo is, don't we?
It's an albino humpback whale, just for reference for all the uneducated listeners out there, and yourself, Chook. So Tigers back in possession. Avans doing battle with Casbolt.
McDonough
grabs it. Little handball. Foley was ridden into the turf.
McDonough again.
Umpire doesn't see it. McDonough goes and gets a raised foot there from Ned Kelly, and kind of Campbell Brown style, and Scotland and Pettard going after it. Scotland's an angry man. Pettard's having a laugh. Pettard's enjoying this. And Scotland, he's a player that chases failure, Scotland. Was it a miserable Collingwood side? Now he's at an underperforming Carlton. He follows Mick Malthouse's failure wherever he goes. Of course, Mick Malthouse hasn't really tasted intense success. He's had the odd success with West Coast and Collingwood, occasional, but he hasn't tasted ongoing, consistent, intense success since his time as a player.
No,
of course,
absolutely.
And we all know who he played for, don't we?
Absolutely. He was a Tiger, a dual Tiger premiership player. As here we are, the ball is in hot pursuit. Albino jumps on it, and Rancy ties him up.
Jeez, you've got to do well to pull down a Muggaloo like that. He's not easy to get to the ground, Robinson.
No, he's not. He's one angry motherfucker.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he doesn't have much skill though. That's what he lacks as the ball comes out to Deledio, pumps it up to the forward 50. Pettard read that beautifully. Scotland's still bloody concussed from the out. Oh, geez, the ball is absolutely... Who wants it? Who wants it badly? McGuan wants it badly. Hand passes it in. Griggy. Oh! A boomerang! What the hell was that? That looked like it was going out of bounds on the full. But it is somehow, he had some serious tweak on that.
What a start by Richmond. There's still 67 seconds left in this first quarter, and we are 8-50, on track for a 200-pointer today, as McGuan just set that up beautifully for Grigg, and he missed an easy one earlier, but this one... I wouldn't say it was never in doubt because it looked like it was never going through.
It was a definite magnet.
Someone in the Tiger cheer squad there has just got the radar out. They've got little remote control kind of thing for the Sharon at the moment.
It's definitely going our way at 8-2-50. The Tigers, it's bouncing our way, but you make your own opportunities, and that's what we're doing at the moment as Marich. Who was that? One of the three blind mice, I believe. Mark Murphy. He's had a shocking season so far. On to Ned Kelly, whoever this bloke is. I think it might be Blue Healer. McInnes kicks it on. And, geez, Deledio's taking the ball, and we all know what that move means. Putting the ball above your head as you take it. The whole football world knows it. Slow the bloody thing down.
It's really a signal to the fans as much as to the other players. The signal that just goes... And here's Martin holding the ball up, just going, everyone, in case you didn't see, Deledio, do it. If you're in the crowd, go get yourself a beer. Because this quarter is over. With 21 seconds to go, although Scotland clears through Murphy. Captain Costa Concordia Murphy. Oh, it's going down, Captain, and so are you. Oh, beautiful tackle there from Conker. There's still time. There's 9 seconds. Time for another Tiger goal. Here goes Chappie, Foley, one of the blind mice, Yaron for Carlton, and that will do us as they reach safety. At quarter time, it's Richmond 8-2-50.
Wow.
Leading Carlton a measly 3-20. What a quarter from the Tigers.
Now, it was only last week when the Tigers broke their first half scoring record under Dimmer. And it was last week where the Tigers went to town in that first half and dropped away in the second. But it wasn't that first half. They scored 11 goals, 7-73. And here we are well on our way at 50. I'll tell you, we're just breaking records left, right and centre. Let's just hope we can maintain this intensity, not like we did in that last quarter against the Blues in round one, because we let that 36-point lead almost deteriorate to nothing. We're a different Richmond outfit this time, aren't we?
We certainly are. We're looking good. We're killing Carlton as we did to kick off the season. It's quarter time. We'll be back shortly with the next 50 points in the second quarter on Sabretooth Radio.
Sabretooth Radio.
Pep, 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 peptides, peptides. Make those bombers win.
Make those bombers win!
Hi, Stephen Dank here. When you're a sportsman, losing is a poo-poo, but winning is a pep-pep. There may be some confusion around the legality of peptides, but what could be clearer than 6 wins to start the 2013 season? So get on the pep-pep.
Sabretooth Radio.
Father's Day is fast approaching, and the last thing Tiger Dads need is another 1980 DVD. But never fear, Sabretooth Radio has you covered with the exclusive Pia Miller lithograph. This unique piece of memorabilia captures Pia's climax as a Richmond lag, and each comes framed and numbered. This item is limited to 400 pieces, so get in fast by visiting the Sabretooth Superstore on sabretoothradio.com. First 10 purchases will even get a bonus inflatable Pia, whatever that is.
Also available now, a Tiger's beer whisker. Your Tigress can fetch you a frothy, and you don't have to miss a moment of Tiger's action.
Sabretooth Radio.
It's a beautiful day.
Next Sunday is Mother's Day, and with no Tigers match, you want to make sure that Mum isn't even more angry by giving her this Buble crap. Here at Sabretooth Radio, we've got you covered. In partnership with odor specialist Jean-Michel Frognob, we've developed a special scented candle which emits odours reflecting the ups and downs of being a Tiger. A hint of champagne will arouse memories of the 1980 triumph, while another secret scent will take Mum back to the dark 90s. Who do you want Mum thinking about in the bath? Michael Bublé or Scotty Turner? Think about it.
'Cause it's a beautiful day.
Sabretooth Radio.
Community service announcement.
Hi, Barry Balderstone here, HR Manager at Kittens Night Spot. At Kittens, the well-being of our girls is our top priority. That's why we're the founding signatories to the People for the Ethical Treatment of Strippers General Agreement on Dance Site Wellbeing. Since ratifying the agreement, our girls are enjoying the peace of mind of padded floors and rounded corners on those sharp, laminated stripper dollars. For girls who like to go the extra mile, we've even commissioned a professional development program to teach ambidextrous hand jobs. Cases of wrist-related RSI have decreased by 20%. So next time you pop along to your local establishment for a little post-match relief, look out for the pet sticker in the window. And if you don't find one, ask to speak to the HR manager and encourage them to ratify the pets agreement. Barry Balderstone for Kittens Night Spot and the People for the Ethical Treatment of Strippers.
Sabretooth Radio.
we don't use that term lightly. I believe, well, Collingwood arguably were one of the form teams of the competition going into last night's game, but they did play Essendon, an underdone Essendon who were playing like shit.
Yeah.
And last week, well, they have the wood over Sydney. There's no doubt about that. They match up very nicely against the Swans. But
at ANZ in particular.
That's right. So there's nothing too special about Collingwood at the moment. But the Tiges are the form team of the competition at the moment. We have strung together the last 3 wins, and we are looking very, very confident as we sit 8-2-50 to 3-2-20 as we enter the second quarter.
And the umpire goes bounce to kick off the second quarter. Avan just lost out on that one, but it's Grigg who cleans up. Handball back to Asprey. Asprey looking for options. Little handball to Martin, and then goes further back to Chaplin. Or is it Rance? Rance, a little chip kick to Ellis, who takes a good grab in front of Dennis the Menace Armfield. He is a menace, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
Filthy man. Here goes Ellis. Awful kick out in front of big Tyrone Sideshow Bob Vickery. And Jackson lays a big tackle to wrap up.
Russell, easy. Gee, that was a harsh decision, I must say, because he was definitely... That ball looked like it was held to him. But Jacko is the recipient of a nice free kick. We will take everything we can get.
Jacko goes to a 50-50 on the wing, and the race is on. Scotland's too slow, and McGuan is caught. He tried to Donaghy, somehow got rid of it. Here's McDonough, and Blind Mouse Yaron goes looking, but Jackson chops it off. Ellis can't quite. Dennis the Menace Armfield paddles it, then handballs to Gibbs. Gibbs has got time and space on the flank. He's just sizing up his options. He decides to go long to the square. He's had a shot, in fact. And he's kicked the goal. He hasn't. He's kicked a pretty good goal for a Carlton player.
That was an absolute spear, that thing. It was a bit of a worm burner as well, and I don't know how the hell that one went straight. But... they need everything they can get. That is Is this the 400 game umpire, Stephen McBurney? Is his 400th game today, I believe?
Yeah, number 400 for McBurney.
What an achievement. I think he's wrapping up at the end of this season. He was on AFL 360 during the week. And
I think this is where the golden rule... Remember the golden rule from when you're growing up? Remember when your mum told you about the golden rule? You've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So moving on from umpire McBurney, as we're back in play in the middle, it's Murphy. He gets the ball forward for Carlton, but it's all Richmond back there.
Grimesy, isn't it great to see him back there?
Grimy. Here he goes, just looking for some options. Manages to find himself some time and space, and got a soft free kick somehow. Not sure what for.
He was manhandled off the ball there.
It was a free kick for Rance.
Right, it's going to Rance
okay,
now, so we don't know what's going on here.
Rance along the wing. Cochin, you can't touch that. Goes with the one-hander, breaks yet another tackle. How the fuck does he get rid of it like that? Finds the lead, lead of the handball. Nice little overlap run from Concar. And now Hooley goes to the top of the square. Big punch coming over the back.
That's as deliberate as it gets from featherweight. So I don't know whether he had any other intentions but to pump that over the boundary line. But
interesting to see that Mix swung the featherweight down to the back line to match up on Rewalt. Obviously, just trying to play him into some confidence, and playing on Rance doesn't help with that. Not sure that Rewalt will be much better for him. Vickery can't quite get the ball, and now Cutler in possession. Blind Mouse number 3. Yaron pumps it long. And Rance does nicely. He got one in the back, all over him, umpire.
Bootsma. He's the bloke that absolutely choked up the game in round 1. He had the opportunity to go ahead and kick a goal, but he got tackled by an absolute rip of McGuan. As here we are, back in round 20. And no, what have we got here? Rewalt. It looks like he's got so much time. He just sums up his options, kicks it inboard. There might be a push in the back there to Ned Kelly. No, wasn't paid.
Oh, the
Mugaloo kicks it forward. Who's there? We got Foley. Foley on Gibbs. This will be a great matchup. I'm looking forward to this one. God. Gibbsy's had the better of Foley this quarter. He's kicked a goal and he kicks it up forward to
Casbolt.
41 is Casbolt. Casbolt still has it. Walker, smash him, takes him. Blind Mouse number 1. Hand passes it off. Chappie, back to Blind Mouse number 1, Betts. Oh, look at that. That is some great defensive pressure there from the Tigers. Unbelievable. They can't get a clean kick away, and they eventually turn it over to the Mullet.
Well done, Richmond. What pressure in the defensive 50 as the Mullet goes to the fat side, finds some space. It's Grigg up against his old side. Now runners come for him. Who's this? Jackson takes a nice mark. He's got a runner as well in the Floss. Floss versus Blind Mouse B. Yaron, but Yaron gets back first. Little handball to McLean. The reject, the bottom of the barrel. If you can't play for Melbourne, who can you play for? Blind Mouse number 1 jumped all over.
Completely underestimated how tall Asprey was.
Asprey, yeah. Whoops.
No idea. That was a mistake. He doesn't have the same leap as Andrew Tex Walker as Rance. Kicks it forward. The Blues player falls over there. Stevie Morris. We love Stevie Morris. Sandbus kicks it forward. Who's there? Onto Vickery, deep in the pocket, 20 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Mick is a little frustrated at the moment, and he should be.
Understandably so.
Because the Tigers are really trying to take the game away from the Blues in the second quarter.
Yeah. They've just been so clean, Richmond. You can just see the possession, the game changes when Richmond's in possession. They're clean, composed, they've got space and time. When Carlton's got the ball, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's rushed, it's hurried, there's pressure, both real and inferred. Here comes Sideshow Bob from the pocket. A very deliberate approach. And he gobs it from a difficult pocket.
Nails it.
Beautiful kick.
Tyrone. He's really coming into his own in the second half of this season. If we go back to the Blues, and we're talking about the Tigers being so clean when in possession, and the Blues just not having a clue. After 20 rounds, it doesn't seem like they understand Mick's game plan. You know, they used that excuse in round 1, and I get the feeling they're going to use the same excuse in round 20. I don't think it flies.
Is it time to sack Malthouse?
Well,
it's a reasonable.
It is a reasonable question.
I mean, especially given the underperformance. You know, Ratton did better.
Bring back Ratton.
But will Steve Kernahan stand by his man? As Ivan clears out of the ruck, he's a rover, he's a ruck rover, he's everything Ivan. But Ned Kelly Simpson cleans it up, goes back, and Carlton now just managing to string a couple of possessions together. Good for them. Scotland, the angry man, awful angry kick, and he's just put it down the throat of Dusty Martin on the wing. So, on the Toyota Access logo, guaranteed future value.
As Tex Walker, he went for the line there, which went as far as Scotland. The reject McLean onto Mark Murphy, who's having a shocking season. Onto Ned Kelly. Ned Kelly, who's there? Bashar onto the Albino. Off to Tex Walker. Back over to Scotland. He's been very busy. Pumps it inside 50. Who's there? Stevie Morris was first to the ball. And it goes trickling over the line out of bounds. Now, Eddie Betts has normally absolutely towed us up. He's been quiet so far. No surprise, he's on Stevie M.
Well, Steve Morris. Is there a better small defender in the competition right now than Steve Morris? I would argue no. No. There
definitive
isn't.
no there from Sabretooth. And I don't think anyone would argue with him.
Right.
Yeah, he's a real shutdown sort of player, and I think... Oh, God, who is that? What was going on there?
Loose foot there, I think, from Pettard. Here's Conker, gets a handball out to Ledio, to Martin, and the cream combining. Comes to the fat side, beautiful kick. He's got such a penetrating kick, and he's put it well out in front of Rance. He's been wrapped up. He just shrugs off. Oh, God, Bootsma. No. He's terrible. Armfield in there. Rance continues. Nice kicks it off the ground. Reward. He loves this. Little handball to Rance. Rance looking for a 1-2. He chips over the top now. Into the pocket for Richmond. Ivan over the back. Walker keeps it in for Carlton. Wanted to the boundary line. Couldn't get it. Now,
Tui.
Yeah. Tui for Carlton finds Gibbs and the Blues clear. It's the bottom of the barrel. Can't play for Melbourne. Can't play for anyone except for Carlton. McLean.
Oh, God.
Oh, Vickery
What was
had his
that?
legs taken
Absolutely
out.
cleaned him up.
Tell you what, Ned Kelly,
Yeah, stay down, you dog.
Simpson, that was disgraceful. He lined up.
That was the biggest
Vickery.
tunnel you'll ever see, and he's come off second best. As he
Yeah,
should.
well, hopefully he's got a ruined face or something. Because it wouldn't matter because his beard covers it, so he wouldn't have to see it, really. Conker looking for options. Brings it inboard, an awful centering kick, and it's chopped off by Tui. Now, handball to blind mouse number 2 in Yaron. Yaron with a bounce through the middle of the ground. Chip kick is good to Henderson. He turns around. There's Carlton players everywhere, and McLean, he can't play for Melbourne, can't play for anyone, decides on the check side and just put it through. So,